Today's out here with Third Movement, bringing you a second upload today. Literally, I just turned the camera off and took it back over and talk to you guys again. So, there's a lot going on. Many of us seen the video of George Floyd getting murdered by 4 cops. Well, it was 3 cops that was doing the murder, and 1 cop was just like there not saying anything. And I'm gonna give you my experience. When I seen the video, I had to process. There's one thing before I could process what's going on. I had to process that I had just saw a man die, right? So I do a good job. I think I do a pretty good job of like keeping. I call it what goes through my eyes, through my soul. Like what the windows of my eyes. Like I'm very careful about seeing that. So when I seen the video, the title was kind of misleading. I didn't mean to watch a man die. I really don't watch those videos. Like Aubrey down in Georgia when he got killed. I still haven't seen that video. So I don't watch those type of video. And the video title said that it was 4 cops. It was a cop choking a black man. But I didn't see to death, right? So I didn't think he would die. I thought he was just being choked or whatever. And when I seen his life leave his body, it traumatized me. I was not ready for that. You can call me soft or whatever. I just try my best to keep my mind pure as possible. So I laid down. I was like, oh man. Then the second thought was, okay, the kids, they're gonna see this video. I can't stop them from seeing this video. I don't want to stop them to see this video. I gotta really be able to explain to them what they're saying, be able to help them and guide them in how they feel. Because I was feeling angry. But as a grown man, I know how to deal with my anger. I know how to put my anger in perspective. But the twins, they still learning these things. They still learning how to deal with this anger, with their anger. And that is a righteous anger. To see someone murdered unjustly, whether it be done by a cop or whether it be done by the everyday citizen, that builds anger in me, right? That builds a lot of anger, and it builds a lot of frustration because I love people and I don't want to see people die. If it was a cop that was killed by a layperson unjustly, that would put anger in me as well. So it's not about the cop killing a black dude, but in the bigger picture it is. But on a level of me being angry, it's about an injustice going on. And I think I would have the heart of God on this. I think Jesus would have been very angered. I think Jesus would have been mad and fighting for justice because his ministry, he was fighting for justice. So fast forward to a couple of days later, after I processed it, I talked to Zion. I kind of talked to Zion, to the kids, and now there is rioting going on, right? It started with a protest, and then it turned to rioting. I totally agree with protesting. I think that as American, as humans, you should always protest. I protest things. I may not do it in the way of how these people are doing it, but I protest things. If there's something if somebody does something wrong and you got a business, I'm not gonna patronize that business. I'm gonna protest against that business, right? So protesting is amazing. Protesting is good. But what's going on in a lot of the protests we're seeing now is there's a lot of riots going on and a lot of destructions. I do not agree with the destruction. I do not agree with the destruction of what's going on with these riots. I'm gonna say that again. I do not agree with the destruction that's going on with the riots. But I understand it. And what I want to do in this video is 2 things: promote you to pray for the situation, and then secondly, give you an understanding of what's going on. And hopefully in that understanding, it promotes you to go out there and do. All right, so here's the deal. It's a lot of angry people in America, a lot of angry young people. Think back to when you were young, right? Think back to when you were angry. Think back to when you didn't know how to process that anger, when you didn't know how to control that anger, some of the things you did. Now, it doesn't justify the things you did, but through grace we should understand, right? Those things you did when you were young, when you was angry, thank God they don't define you now. So what I want to promote, the first thing is having the understanding that these people these are young people, and they are super angry. They are angry at what's going on. They're angry that they've been lied to. We all have been lied to. They told us that race wasn't an issue. They told us that we have overcome race in America, and we haven't. We just haven't. So the first thing we gotta understand is they're angry. The second thing we gotta understand is they've seen this play out where there was no justice. Like, they literally seen this man die, and then you tell them not to be angry? And then not only do they see this man die, they seen other people die, and the other people not get justice. Now, whatever side you want to be on, whatever, I'm just trying to promote you to understand through grace. So that's what's going on. This is, and what's beautiful about this situation is, it's not a black thing, it's an American thing, because you got white people out there fighting and rioting and angry. You have black people out there rioting and angry. You have Mexicans, you have all these people out there, right? Because the people are tired of this injustice. Now, I'm not here to sway you on your opinion to make you feel wrong or right. I'm just here to give you understanding, right? Now, we see that's going on, but let's make this thing go spiritual, right? Chaos is a beautiful thing to the enemy. And we just talked about it in the last video, where it feels like we're in the end times. It just feels that way. And if we are in the end time, then the enemy is gonna need chaos to come through in this chaotic world. What we need to do as a people is we need to get out there, man. We need to get out there. We need to teach young folks, yo, life ain't fair. It ain't fair, but we have to work harder for fairness. That's our message needs to be. We need to use the gospel of Jesus Christ to work harder in America and around the world for fairness. I was listening to Thizzle. Thizzle is a gospel rapper, and he was talking last night about, he was like, yo, he was disagreeing with the dudes getting killed and everything, and he was making this argument that, rioting ain't gonna really do much, which I agree with that. My statement of understanding them doesn't mean I agree with the rioting. I don't agree with the rioting, but I understand it. And his statement was, yo, we still have an opportunity in America to make things better, and that can't be lost. We can't lose that. We have an opportunity. He said, he's been to other countries. He's seen what it's like to really not have an opportunity to make things better. He's seen what it's like to really be depressed. I mean, not depressed, but what's that one? Oppressed. I don't know why I forgot that word. He said he's seen what it's really like to be oppressed. He's seen these things. And we have an opportunity in America to do that. The only way we're going to be able to do that is by the gospel of Jesus Christ and unity. We got to get on one accord. The white church the black church and the Hispanic church, all the churches in America, we got to get on one accord. Presbyterian, Baptist, none of that stuff means nothing no more. That's a mute point. None of that means nothing. And if you're still going by that, you're part of the problem. If you're still believing in Pentecostal and Baptist and all, if you're believing in any of that mess, you're part of the problem. It's time for our church to be unified. It's time for the body of Christ to come together and be a weapon. Because we can stop this. But if we don't, he will. Trust me, he will. He will. It's on us. The burden to America and the world is on the church, and for so long we've been sleeping. For so long we've been enjoying racism. We've been enjoying money. We've been enjoying all these things that God never wanted for us. I'm real careful as I speak to you guys, because with what I'm introducing in the end time series, I want to take my time. So I don't want to jump ahead and say something in here that I want to explain later. So that's how I feel about this situation. That's truly how I feel about the situation. We need our prayer warriors to really come out and pray for peace now. We need our men of God to come out and be peacemakers, but not just make peace in the way of, okay, y'all need to settle down. No, make peace in the way of, we need justice. We need justice. We need justice. And not just for a white cop killing a black man. But we need justice. We need economic justice. We need justice in our hospital. This COVID-19 showed that there's a lot of unjust things going on in the hospitals. There's a lot of unjust things going on in America. And the church has to get back to the forefront of bringing peace through justice. I'm sorry if I'm passionate. I'm dealing with this just like everybody else is dealing with this. And you know how I am about the church. I always want to spark the church to do better. I always want to spark the church to unify, because that's what I see through the gospel. Jesus Christ said, when my people are unified, that's how they're going to know me. The world is going to know Jesus by us being unified. And if the falling away happens, it's because we're not unified. The Lace Hour, I'm Third Movement. Remember, I love you. God love you. God bless.